Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back down the way. So, we're cutting off the power to the transformer yard, which means we're letting darkness free, I think. And they've made this slightly more difficult path, slightly dangerous. And we're supposed to, I think, go back to where we left the lady with the lamp. There's a chance that we could finish the game really quickly. What do we really need? The thing here is you could easily just pick up one very specific manuscript, and in that one very specific manuscript page you read something along the lines of Alan Wake saves Alicia or something like that. Saves Alice. That didn't work well. Switch over to the shotgun. Stop hitting me. It's really too small of an area to have a fight like that. I know they wanted it that way so that you could knock them into the charged lines, but it didn't work. And there's nothing more to pick up in these areas, I don't think.
This way, young man. Follow me. Come, the pipe's empty now. We're ready to go. This way. We need to go.
Switch to heavy duty flashlight. Nope.
Barbara had such a crush on him. Such a beautiful man. I was jealous. There was a part of me that was
Change the
a little
bulbs.
glad when she had the accident. And then Tom started writing and woke the darkness up. He tried to bring her back, but you can't do that. There are no free rides like that.
I'm starting to realize that.
In that case, young man, perhaps you're a smarter man than Tom was.
So
It looked like her, but it wasn't. Barbara was sweet. He didn't understand until it was too late. He tried to undo it, wrote himself, her, everything he'd ever written out of the world. Oh, he was so famous. And afterward, no one knew. Oh, Tom. He left only one thing behind in case it happened again. Insurance. He trusted me. Or perhaps used me a little. Tom knew how I felt. Knew I wouldn't refuse him. I built the well-lit room and put it there. It's been waiting for you. We are characters trapped in a story. And none of us will survive to see the end of it if the darkness isn't stopped. She'll twist the story.
I crush you, Thomas Zane.
How do you know all this?
Tom. That's the way he wrote it. He still talks to me, you know, in television, from beyond, from below. We have both been touched by the darkness, young man. He saved us both with light. The darkness stays with you. Leaves a stain.
So
This pipe will take us
if
directly
Thomas
to the well-lit
Zane
Okay, I need to call my
wrote himself out of the world, then Alan Wake may be Thomas Zane. which is kind of the thought.
We're headed to the dam in one of the pipes. Meet us there.
Okay, I'll tell Sarah.
It's Sarah now?
Whoa! No! For the sweet love of...
Barry! Barry! We gotta go see if they're okay.
They're probably dead. You must reach the well-lit room. This is no time to be a selfish idiot.
That's my best friend.
But the story has already said that he was gonna write it
Well,
so
be
that...
a fool. I'll use the pipe. I'll meet you at the dam if you make it.
So, Alan Wake said he was gonna... The story had to be written like a horror story so people were gonna die.
Worry about her. She knew how to stay safe.
And I took this... hunting rifle. There's another hitch up. 9-year-old game has no excuse to be hitching up, but boy do they seem to do it. And they've once again put us in the forest. Seems like maybe over there was a area where we could have taken a shortcut, it seems. This just isn't good. And we've been in this same area 2 or 3 times. They're just moving things slightly around. It's almost as if this was a statement of how little imagination a reader of a book might have, that they would just imagine the forest as the exact same location over and over again.
Barry! Sheriff Breaker! Sarah!
Which is also a failure, of course, of the writer.
But as far as I could tell, the wreck was empty.
As far as you could tell, in the fact that you may be hallucinating all of this.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, no you don't. That's far enough. Oh! Over here! Heads up!
Hang in there, I'm coming!
Get the hell on!
What was that?
Oh, no you don't. Right there. Hitting 'em. You know when to make an entrance, Wade. We were ready to make like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
I have a different ending in mind.
Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
I knew you'd be alright.
How's that?
The flaming eye of Mordor?
Laugh it up, funny man. Didn't we have somewhere to go?
Weaver will meet us at the dam.
I just don't see all of these people making it to the end of the to the end of the game. That seems like way too many. Also, though, it's not like I really like any of these characters enough that I'd be upset by some tragic ending or some cliched, you have to save one choice.
Let's take a break, huh?
Almost certainly the sheriff is would die, and then
That's the elevator we need to take.
and the friend would survive because they seem to like him and give him more dialogue and more personality.
It's everywhere! Oh crap, there's more than one of them!
like that. It's impossible.
You know what? Forget it.
Al! Do something!
Oh, I'm doing something. Here's what I'm doing.
I can't get a shot.
Here's what I'm doing. This is how you beat them right now.
They're all over the place! Was that it?
The Taken are filled with darkness.
Wow. I think we're okay. Wait, call the elevator.
Hey,
I'm
Al,
keeping watch.
I got a bad feeling. I hear something moving around. Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! I can't believe we made it.
Heads up! Here they come.
Oh no! Oh no!
They're coming. We have to hold them off.
Oh no! Oh no!
Come on. Shooting.
And again, we're just...
Slow it down.
It doesn't seem like if it matters if they hit her.
Wait, just hold on.
Doesn't seem like if it matters if they hit him.
Right there. You know.
So much time is spent. And in we go. And just hit the button. And they get in perfectly fine. And I saved a decent amount of bullets.
We're almost there. There's an entrance into the dam at the top. What's the plan, Wake?
Well, Weaver's crazy, but she's got something Zane left behind. Something to fix this.
Gee, could you be a little more vague?
Could be
Thomas
a
Zane?
whiteout.
Seriously? Might as well be Paul Bunyan or Bigfoot.
Yeah, well, he was real.
Let's be careful, okay?
It's really telling that the best way to deal with some of these scenarios is to just run.
I think something's broken. Hold the button down so we can get in.
Alright. We know what's gonna happen here. They're both gonna be safe. Or they're both gonna be trapped.
Wait,
What's going on?
we can get to the dam through here. What's happening out there?
You guys go ahead and find Weaver. She should be in the dam now. I'll have to make it alone through the top.
Good luck. Don't get yourself killed.
Al, please be careful.
I'll take good care of Barry, Wade. You just look after yourself.
So I'm looking for a path, and I
You gotta be kidding me.
figured that was gonna be it. Manuscript page, might as well pick it up. More running through the forest. I know I've referenced the same games over and over again, but this really would have been a decent candidate to do something like Gone Home and just make the game feel spooky and not have anything scary in it at all. Like, I was much more affected by Gone Home, thinking something scary was going to happen any second, and just building up tension for hours of gameplay straight. Versus this, where it's just a shooter. It's just like so many other games. So many other scenarios where life and death means nothing in a video game because you have infinite lives, and killing enemies means nothing because there's an infinite number of them. 2.
I was ridiculously outnumbered. The searchlight could even the odds.
But that doesn't kill him. And I can only go that far. And then missed. How about this? That took a lot of time. And did I just skip the cutscene? I don't think so.
Stop now.
Apparently the darkness has terrible aim. We are just rushing to be done with all this. It seems like we could have kind of fallen there. That wouldn't have been very fun. The creators of this game desperately needed to watch something like Poltergeist and think of all the different things you could have done with a creature that could move things and make things scary. Because this is downright repetitive. Inside we go, and we're good. We've got no bullets. We've got a flare gun.
You made it. Well done. I'm glad I was wrong. It was a foolish chance to take. Don't worry about the noise. We're safe here. I have looked after the well-lit room for many, many years now. There's no shadow in the well-lit room. The power is fail-safe. All the bulbs are numbered and changed regularly based on their make and model.
Right.
Why are you gonna question her? Everything you've seen, you're wearing a headlamp and holding a flare gun and a flashlight.
There's an old army base at Raincoat Point, north of here. It was active during the Second World War. They operated here back then. They must have built this.
Yes, they did. It's my place now.
Wouldn't it be funny if it's Thomas Zane is in the well-lit room? Well-lit room.
Take it, and I won't need to worry about the room anymore, because 6 and 33 and 118 need changing soon, and I don't want to climb up the ladder to change them because it's very late, and I'm tired. And if you take it, I won't have to do that anymore.
The page was autobiographical, a memory from my childhood. But I didn't write this. It was a page written by Thomas Zane. None of them were supposed to exist anymore.
Alan, 7 years old, would fight sleep to the bitter end. When he did sleep, he soon woke up, screaming, the nightmares fresh in his mind. One evening, his mother, sitting by his bed, offered him an old light switch. She called it the clicker, and flicking the switch would turn on a magical light that would drive the beast away. To imbue the talisman with all possible power, she added that it had been given to her by Alan's father. Alan never knew him, and anything of his took on mythical proportions in his mind. With the clicker firmly in his hand, Alan finally slept like a baby. Now, almost 30 years later, Alan thought of this as he stood on the rim of Cauldron Lake, the clicker in his hand. He took a deep breath and jumped.
My mind swirled. I'd given the clicker to Alice, yet it was here. Zane had written it into existence in a story I had written. I can get to her now. I can finish this.
So the obvious assumption here is that Alan Wake doesn't exist. Thomas Zane wrote him, and that's the end of episode 5. So skip this.
Previously on Alan Wake.
Are we seriously got another whole?
True. Thomas Zane did the same in the 70s.
You will go no further.
If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story. No one will survive.
You knew Zane! Thomas Zane! You're the Lady of the Light in the song!
He left something behind to help me.
Is this just going to be a
Alan
conclusion?
thought of this as he stood on the rim of Cauldron Lake, the clicker in his hand. He took a deep breath and jumped.
I can get to her now. I can finish this.
Episode 6 Departure. So there's a whole nother chapter episode. I cannot believe this. And again, maybe this is DLC, and the last part of it was DLC, and it was left on a cliffhanger otherwise? Or maybe this is going to be really short?
I had a hangover. My head was about to explode, and the light hurt my eyes.
I'm in different clothes at
I needed my
least.
sunglasses and painkillers to dull the pain.
The,
In one of my finer moments of self-deception, I swore to quit drinking.
so we're back into the apartment. Pick up those sunglasses.
The sunglasses made the world look bearable. Now I could keep my eyes open without feeling like a vampire in the sun. I wasn't sure I'd make it out there without some painkillers.
Pick up some painkillers. This is interesting. It's
Pills worked fast.
see-through glass
Being awake started to seem
instead of a
bearable.
mirror.
There was a message waiting for me on the machine.
Double guns award. Let's go ahead and just hit the message and hope it doesn't start a cutscene.
Are you still asleep? Wakey, wakey! You should have your show on your TiVo. If Alice wasn't too mad to record it. As she called me earlier, it really chewed me out. Yeah, we went a little over.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Harry Garrett Show.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. We have a great show tonight. I've been talking with the best-selling author Alan Wake about his new book, The Sudden Stop.
So this is
Did you watch the show?
I didn't say anything stupid if that's what you want to know.
Okay, Grumpy. You want an aspirin or something?
Are you going to start with me about drinking now?
You know what? Go back to sleep, Alan.
wow. What a weird way to say hello.
What? Now you can't even talk to me?
Well, this morning I was angry because you said you'd be home at midnight and you showed up at 7 a.m. and passed out.
And now we're at cutscene again.
Now I'm over it. Are you angry?
This goddamn tour. It's gotten out of hand.
Oh, honey. It's almost over, right? We can get back to normal and you can start writing again.
I'm sorry.
This entire extra
You're
episode.
not thinking straight. Just take a shower and go back to bed, huh?
It's
Yeah.
just stretching.
I'm sorry. Once this is over, let's go away together. A vacation.
Why not just end at episode
Some peace and
5?
quiet.
So I guess this is the idea of what happened right before you went to Cauldron Lake and started all of this.
Somehow, the clicker was the key to the cabin. I had to return to Cauldron Lake to save Alice.
At least you tried it.
I'm going back to the lake to finish this. I'm going to write an ending to the story in the manuscript on my own terms, to make it all right.
Why can't you just write it here?
The last page is still in the typewriter. I need to read it first. Everything needs to be just right. Zane tried to cut some corners, and it didn't end well.
Okay, ready when you are.
I'm sorry, Sarah, but I need to do this alone. Barry, take her gun. Miss Weaver, close the door when I leave.
See the gun clipping through his back.
Good luck, Al.
So that they have to contrive all of this just to get rid of all these characters.
When I got out, it was warm and sunny. I'd flicked the switch of the clicker. Had it done this? I didn't stop to question it. I had to take advantage of the sunlight to get to the lake. On Zane's page, I'd stood on the rim of Cauldron Lake, about to use the clicker. That's where I was headed.
So maybe I have to turn on the darkness to get back to the cabin. So many occurrences of this game having days pass and having it go back to day so
Alone,
it can
in daylight,
stretch.
surrounded by the beauty of the Pacific Northwest landscape.
Brought to you
It
by
was hard
Verizon.
not to let doubt creep in one last time. I could still chalk everything up to a dream, a delusion. I had enough imagination to make up something like this. Having been in the cabin all this time, trapped in a story inside my head, gone mad from grief over Alice's death like Hartman had claimed, there would be no way of knowing. I told myself it didn't really matter. My course was set.
Boy, are you not gonna miss that advertisement. And there's no way to accelerate faster. Heck, let's even drive on the right side of the road. Nothing. And sure, maybe I could get out of the car and get some collectibles, and certainly that's what they want. There's a radio station, at poster for the radio station in the game. This game was clearly low on budget. Well, there goes my hood.
The darkness had touched me. There was a link between us. Always would be. I could feel its
I will kill your wife.
So she just brought the darkness? Why can't I just press the clicker again? Then there you go. Did I pick up the manuscript page, or did it disappear somehow? How are we on guns? we're missing guns again, and we have one extra flashbang and quite fewer flares. So once again, the game has decided to reset us. Let's see. I don't ever remember which button is which on this. And there's a slow down time mechanic that happens. There you go. We'll just jump it. See, and I imagine that was supposed to be something really cool, and instead it's just a means to an end. Not sure if that was the intended way of doing that, but it worked. Pick up some flares. A lot of broken cars. Oh, apparently that is. You know what? Just run.
What the hell?
I don't think that's gonna work as well as I had hoped. So this time we'll try flares. Last time I tried to use flares and walk with the flares, the game crashed. I think you've just gotta... I think you've gotta just be careful and take these things out. Unless the idea was to get on the edge. Seems like one thing flies at you, and once you kill one of them, you're good. This utterly sucks. Let's see. Let's see, if I could get on this one piece and then get high enough and then hop this way, there's an invisible wall. Otherwise it would be really easy. And these things are right in the middle of the light, so... Just be careful. I think I might just wait, too. Just wait here for a second and see if my life refills in any reasonable amount of time. It doesn't seem like it will. Going through batteries very quickly. Is anything else gonna hit me? There's still a lot to go. Feels like there should be a checkpoint. My battery's almost dead. Seriously, game. Alright, we're flashbanged. Ready. It's just a puzzle of knowing exactly what to hit. And there's no batteries. So... So there could be long breaks in the gameplay where I could just wait and let the flashlight refill on its own. Or I can do the reasonable thing, which is to use batteries up. Why is this story not over? Why didn't it end in the previous episode? Just push the clicker, have the realization that you're not real, be done with the game, move on. I'm just gonna double.
Nice to see you too.
Double flashbang to get rid of that. That one. And is this the car we started with at the beginning of the game? I think that probably might be. That we were on the ferry. Seems like some other cars are trying to fight with me. Maybe that's what was happening, or maybe that wasn't what was happening. Yeah, that is a car trying to hit me. This must be the direction we're supposed to go. Well, before we get totally destroyed, let's see if maybe there's some bullets or something that we can pick up here. It seems almost certainly if one flare. Is that it? Is that all that's here? One stinking flare. It seems like we can find a way. Almost fell off the edge. Still wants me to go this direction. I feel like I'm so far off the beaten path that I'm not even pointed in the right direction. Unless there's a cave. Like, I see light here. And I see light this direction. I might as well die. Like one more hit, and that'll be it for me. Alright. This must be the way. Follow the road. Just plowing through all of this. The darkness is destroying the road. And the music stops, and we're in a barricaded section. And I suppose the darkness here is just the... Let's see. If I do this very well might be the best use for a flare ever. And let's just see if we can run. Pick up that manuscript page, and then you're right back to the checkpoint, and you're right back into the car. Let's look here. So, either I said it this episode or last time that we were in that weird position where the game might finish in 5 minutes, but I've said that so many times, and it's almost never been the case. Again, we can see that that's the case. There's not a lot of pages here. In fact, a considerably small number of pages. So episode 6 is going to be very short. But I can pretty much guess there is no episode 7. Unless it's DLC. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.